Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Arakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the taught us truth, peace, and blessings, and hope the elect 144,000 men pushing the truth, the whole heart, sincerity across the four winds. So I can't crop. James Jeremy Camp, the Spirit, Father, Bahashem, Yahushai, back with another lesson. And as the title goes, you know, this video is going to be entitled, Does God Do Evil Things? All right. This lesson is inspired by, speaking with Christians, speaking with people who don't really understand how the Heavenly Father, moves about and controls everything. Okay. So what does that mean? What do I mean by that? Okay. So the Heavenly Father controls evil and he controls righteousness. So he controls the evil and the good. Okay. So come on, let's get some precepts and let's get into it. So this is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. Okay. Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. You see? So the Heavenly Father, he forms light and he creates darkness. All right. I make peace and create evil. Okay. Because everything is controlled by him. All things come from him. There would be no notion of evil if it wasn't created by him. Just like if, in everything we have in life, there's a opposite to it. Right? The Heavenly Father is balanced in his works. And what do I mean by that? I mean that, there's a daytime and there's a nighttime. There is a sun and there's a moon. There's a land, then there's an ocean. All right. There's hot, there's cold. There's eyes open, there's eyes closed. There's darkness, there's light. Right? There's hot, there's cold. Up, down. So in everything there's an opposite to it. All right. And that's how the Heavenly Father does his things. All right. Just like he's created vessels for righteousness' sake, and he's created vessels for destruction's sake. All right. For wickedness, for evil times. All right. He is thorough with his works. Okay. And everything that he does it correctly. So he controls the evil and the good. And one thing that I always like to stress is that Satan's job he's not going against, Satan does not go against the Heavenly Father. Satan is doing what he was created to do. He's an angel, he's a son of God. And he was created perfectly because he is perfectly an adversary. He is created to do wickedness. He is created to be the yin to the yang. He's created to be the darkness to the light. He's created to be the wickedness to the righteousness. All right. And what is his job? Expose the wicked. All right. Those who likened unto the wicked things, and to test the righteous. Okay. His job is to put the righteous to afflictions and tribulation to see if they're really about what they really say they're about. Okay. And shalom. Okay. He is created to do what? To really be an adversary unto the righteous, but also to be a beacon unto the wicked. Just like Yahweh Shai is a beacon unto the righteous, Satan is a beacon unto the wicked. They hearken and follow unto him. Just like we, Lord willing, will hearken and follow unto Yahweh Shai. Okay? So let's get some more. This is Amos. This is Amos chapter 3. Okay, my book was bent there. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Okay. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? You see? So the evil things that happen, the judgments that have happened to the kingdoms aforetime, they were at the behest of the Heavenly Father. All right? The raising up of Babylon the Great and it being brought down low. The raising up of the Medo-Persian Empire and it being brought back down. Okay? The raising up of the Greeks and it being brought down, the raising up of the Romans and it being brought down, and the raising up of this fourth beast system, America, Babylon the Great, and Sodom and Gomorrah, and all of these all of these kingdoms all combined into one, which we are living in right now, the mixture, and that really shows you that we're living in Babylon, all right, because Esau has taken a mixture of all of these other kingdoms that have been before him, and mixed them and made into all in one. He's doing the left hand occultist sacrificial things. He's taken the laws from the Romans. He's taken the things, the magic of the Babylonian, the sodomy of Babylon, the gymnasiums of the Greeks. He's combined them all into one kingdom. Okay, so we are living in Babylon. And Babylon, when you look it up in the blue letter, it means what? Confusion through mixing. All right, and everything has been mixed here. All right, and it's even worse. It's getting worse by the day. All right, so the point is, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? All right, and the point I wanted to bring out also on the backside of that is what? All right, that the men of the Lord have been raised up in these days to bring these things out. Okay, because it says here, verse 7, surely the Lord power, Yahweh, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So the ones who are in these last days doing this work are the prophets, And when I first came into the truth, I didn't want to be called a preacher because I didn't understand what a preacher was. I thought I thought when you said preacher to me, I thought about Christianity, But actuality, I was talking to a female, and she was talking about the brother Tazawar, and I was talking about how he's such a strong dude in the truth. And she said, yeah, he's a preacher. And I said, don't call him no preacher. We're not preachers. But I didn't understand what that meant, and that came with actual understanding of the scriptures even more, so that we are preachers. All right, we are prophets. We are servants unto the Heavenly Father. Lord willing, we do it correctly. Lord willing, we do it wholeheartedly. Lord willing, we do it with the fervence and all the might that the Heavenly Father has bestowed upon us. But we are the ones who the Heavenly Father has revealed his secrets unto, to understand these precepts, to understand these scriptures, to believe on Yahweh Shai without seeing him, knowing that he's there, knowing that he's watching. That's a gift that was bestowed upon us, and that those secrets have been revealed unto us. So this understanding of the Heavenly Father doing evil when the whole world believes that Satan is the one that's doing the evil, that's a secret that's been revealed unto the prophets. Okay, come. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. All right. So the more you understand, and the more you get into these precepts, the more you understand the history, to understand the mystery, as Apostle Tahar says. All right, you have to understand this history to understand the mystery, and I'm talking about secular history of Esau's of Babylonian kingdom, but also the history of our people, the history of our nation, the history of our forefathers. All right, come. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raises up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among the princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he have set the word upon them. You see, so, and That just shows you that the Lord is in control of everything. Okay. When you're going through something, when you down, or you go through something that you see is fucked up, man. I'm going through this, and the Lord, hey, why? You know, it's quick to wonder why, but you have to understand why, especially when you're in this truth. Why? Because you are in the lot of something that is very tremendous. Okay, and in order to accomplish this mission that we have been put on, all right, you have to go through boot camp. All right, to be a soldier in the military, you have to prove yourself. You can't just sign up for the military and then go to your unit and try to pick up a weapon and and just say now you ready to go to war. No, you have to be proved, you have to be tested, you have to be pushed, you have to be broken down and built back up again, you know. And to be a, to obtain the 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 rank of the elect, the seat of election is not going to come easily. It's going to come with some tribulation. It's going to come with some suffering. It's going to come with some losing of things. But I beg and I implore you, brethren, that are in this truth, that are doing this work, to look at what you're gaining, to ponder upon the things that you're gaining when the Heavenly Father does put the screws to you, when He does allow Satan to test you as He tested Job, which we're going to get, you know, Lord willing. But you are in a race for something that is tremendous. All right. That crown of salvation, that crown of immortality, that's not just going to be given into any willy-nilly, you know. It's not going to be given to no scrub, no one that has not been proved, no one that has not been tested, no one that is not worthy of such a gift. That is only be that rank, that tab, that election, you know. Like when I wanted to go to Ranger School and I fought so fervently to accomplish that, you know, less than 1% of the military is Ranger qualified. And that tab, when I walked around, people looked at the tab and they knew this dude, he about that. He obtained something that very few people have obtained. So that's what it's going to be like in the kingdom of heaven when the world sees Yahweh Shai, and then the elect are ambassadors of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, the ones who are direct representations of that spiritual, of that power, through the spiritual power that's going to be demonstrated upon these nations. You know, it's going to be amazing. So with that, you have to understand you're going to be tested. You're going to be broken down. You're going to be pushed. You're going to be pulled. You're going to be tossed. You're going to be flipped. You're going to be taken up. You're going to be taken down. You're going to be put to the fire. You're going to be put to the cold. You're going to be loved. You're going to be hated. You're going to be disrespected. You're going to be cherished. You're going to, hey, the Heavenly Father is going to put you through everything because He wants you to see. He wants to see. Well, you know, if you think about it, He want to prove it that His creation is really about Him. And that is what's going to be shown unto the world. Okay, that you have made it through all of these things, the losing of loved ones, the losing of things that you thought mattered for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And what more could you ask for than to have the love and the respect, hey, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? He look at you as friend, man. That's amazing. But nonetheless, you know, all right. So you have to understand that the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave, which is hell, and He bringeth up. He'll bring you on high too. All right. He raised up the Pharaoh to do what? To show His power, and brought him down to do what? To show His power. The Lord maketh poor, so He'll snatch all your coins out your bag. He'll knock all your sonic rings out. You know, the Lord maketh rich, then He'll give you everything back. He'll give it all back to you. He give it even more so. Damn, brother, I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? Got me a big Benzo with the rims though, you know, and then He'll snatch that shit from you. He'll bring it low. He'll bring you low. Then He'll lift it up. All right. He raises up the poor out of the dust. And that's what He's doing with the elect right now. and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. You see? And that's what you want to understand, that you got to go through some evil to get to the righteousness. You know, you don't become a great artist by immediately just drawing perfectly. You got to go through some ugly drawings. That's what they told me in school. I remember. You got to do some ugly, fucked up drawings to get to the good ones. I used to be mad. I was like, man, this shit look ugly. And he's like, yeah, you got about 5,000 more of those ugly ones before you get to the good one. I'm thinking like, shit, man. Damn, but it makes sense. You got to go through something to become something great. You got to go through wicked things to prove that you're righteous. You know, because when you was going through those wicked things, you didn't hold on to that wicked shit. You swam through it and prayed that the Heavenly Father kept you while you were swimming through these wicked things. You know, but it's easier when you understand that the Heavenly Father does the evil also, and you're not fighting against Him. You know, you're fighting for Him. You know what I'm saying? Like these Christians tell you Satan is the one that want to get you. When in actuality, you're fighting against who the Heavenly Father sent you to test you. You know, and you can't win if you don't understand who sent him. You can't. How can you win if you don't understand the game? How can you win if you don't understand the rules? Better yet said. Okay, this is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no power with me. All right. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Simple. All right. So the Heavenly Father kills, the Heavenly Father wounds, the Heavenly Father heals, kills, heals, wounds. He bringeth to death and He maketh alive. And when you understand that, you are just as clay in the Heavenly Father's hands. He can do with what He pleases with you. All right. But while He's doing these things to you, He's molding you. He's sculpting you into something. He's making you. He got His thumbprints all over you. You know, He got His fingerprints all over your spirit. Why? Because He's the one that's in control of it. Okay. Lamentations. Let's go to Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 38. Let me start at 37. Lamentations chapter 3 and verse 37. That's a good precept, I think. Come. Who is he that saith, and it come to pass, when the Lord commandeth it not? See, can you make something come to pass without the Heavenly Father giving the go ahead? No, you cannot. Can you make the sun stop showing up? No, you cannot. Can you say, I'm gonna be rich tomorrow, and the Heavenly Father not make it so? No, you cannot. You can't. The Heavenly Father allows all things to happen, as I've read previously in these scriptures. Okay, verse 38. Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth not evil and good. You see, so evil and good coming from the Heavenly Father. All right, and that's a big thing for these Christians, because they don't get it. They don't understand that the Heavenly Father is in control of both sides. The Heavenly Father is in control of both sides. So think of it like this. You know, we always talk about it at the camp. So here you got Satan going against the Heavenly Father, going against the heavens, doing that which is the direct opposite of what the Heavenly Father has told us to do, Yahweh. All right. Then he get casted down into hell, as they tell you, under the earth with fire and brimstone, and souls are in agony for all eternity down there. Right. And you're doing what He wants you to do, which is what? Go against the Heavenly Father, go against God. Why are you going to listen to God? like I did. Do like I did. I didn't listen to him. I did what I want. I fought them. There was war in heaven. I fought him, and then he cast me down here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Now you coming down here too. So I'm mad at you now because you was doing what I was doing. It doesn't make any sense. So you go to hell and get punished by Satan for doing exactly what Satan did, which was be what? Salakia. Let me lower the volume as the brother said. Dawda. Okay, so you go to hell for doing exactly what Satan did, and he's going to punish you for doing exactly what he was doing. It doesn't make any sense. He should reward you. The more wicked you are, he should reward you for doing the most wicked. This dude was the most wickedest. I'm gonna give him the best of what I got. You see how he went against the Heavenly Father like I did. He fought, and now I'm gonna punish him because he's down here with me. That doesn't make any goddamn sense, man. Doesn't make any sense, you know. And it took being in the truth to actually see it, because you know this whole world is blinded. This whole world is completely blinded. They believing in the Babylon Jews. They believing in Christianity, though it doesn't fully describe what the scriptures are actually about. Okay, so let's go to Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 28. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 39 and verse 28. Okay. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. So who created these spirits? Who created the evil spirits? Where do evil spirits come from? Did they decide, you know what, I'm good, but now I want to be evil? I want to go against the Heavenly Father. How? Because he can just snatch your power from you. He can snatch your existence from you. All right? Doesn't make any sense what Christianity says. All right? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. All right? In their fury, when they get angry, they start stroking your ass. They start laying wow, sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. All right, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Appease the wrath of him that made them. So who made these things? Okay, you can't. Hey, it just popped in my head. All right, how can you love? How can you know what love is without hate? How can you know if you love somebody if you don't know what it's like to hate somebody? How can you know it? How can you know, man, I fucking hate that shit if you never felt what loving something is about? It just shows you that the Heavenly Father is in control, man. He's created these things that way. How can you know what cold is if there's no hot? If everything is always perfect, you wouldn't even know. And man, it's cold or hot outside. You just think that's how it is. How do you know what a sunny day is like if there's never been a thunderstorm? How can you know what a still ocean is if there's no waves? How can you know what darkness is if there's no light? So you understand, you have to have one to create the other. You have to have hate to know what love is. You have to have up to know what down is. You have to have land to know what the ocean is. You have to have light to know what the darkness is. So the Heavenly Father have created all of these things. Okay? Fire and hell and famine and death, all of these were created for vengeance. Fire, all right? Fire was created for vengeance. Water was created for vengeance. So there's a opposite there. So to have fire, gotta have water. All right. Hail is like ice rain, man. It's, and I've seen hail sometimes be as big as, golf balls, tearing up cars. And I mean, dudes be just getting beat down. Pop, pop, pop. He just laying on the ground. He can't even run because the shit is hitting him so hard. And they're coming down like little. You can look up hailstorms and see how the Heavenly Father has done these things. Famine, it means to be without food, all right, to starve to death, which is terrible, man. But the Heavenly Father created that. And death is created for what? Vengeance, okay? All of these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. It's scary and beautiful at the same time, man. See, teeth of wild beasts, lions. I had a couple of videos where you see that, Esau get out of the video out of the vehicle to record a lion, and the lion just jump on his ass and drag him away by the head, Scorpions, serpents. You seen a black mamba? You seen a king scorpion, a black king scorpion, and a black mamba? The sword, you already know weapons. All right. And when you see a dude that's really wants to kill, he's about that to kill something, it's a whole different spirit that's in his eyes. You can see it, man. You can see it. When he wants death, that's only has to come, that can only come from the Heavenly Father, because there are people who can love things and cherish their daughters and their sons and their parents, but then out of nowhere they just click, and then you see them want death and blood and destruction. That spirit comes from the Heavenly Father, man. How can you be so gentle and so kind, but then all of a sudden just be able to cut off somebody's head? Okay? Punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You see? You see? So they shall rejoice in his commandments, which they've been told to do these things. All right? And they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So when it's time for them to do their work, they're not going to miss. They're going to do exactly what they've been told to do. Okay? Did I read Psalm 78 and 49? I think I did. I'm not sure. Let me go right to it right quick. Psalm 78 and 49. Okay? So the Heavenly Father is in control of the wicked and the evil things. All right? And he got them right where he wants them. All right? He got them right where he wants them. This is Psalm chapter 78, verse 49. All right. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. You see, he sent evil angels. So there are evil angels created to just be wicked. I mean, not wicked, but to be evil. Are to do the bidding of the Heavenly Father, to lay waste people, put them to death, blood, guts, and glory. And sometimes when you see judgments, you're like, damn, the Heavenly Father is terrible, man. Because in the military, Esau was all about gore. They love gore. They love to see death. And when I was younger, I didn't like to see that shit. I'm like, why are you guys watching motherfucking tanks roll over people and people get shot by 50 cows in their heads and then watch them explode? Esau liked that shit, man. They like that gory shit. And I never did. It never was appealing to me. I would close my eyes and turn away. And they're like, man, you got to watch this, man. You don't see how you got fucked up. But even now, I understand. I've seen it so much. When you're in combat, you see fucked up things. I seen a guy get blown in half. And he's alive looking at you, and you just, where the fuck is his legs? It's just, they're gone. And he's just, his guts hanging out, So these things that have happened are judgments. And the Heavenly Father controls those angels, man. Nothing lives or dies without the say so of the Heavenly Father, even to the smallest insect. Everything is accounted for in his kingdom, even to the little ants, little Ameisen, as ants in Deutsch, to the little gnats, the little flies, even the maggots, everything, man. Everything is accounted for in the Heavenly Father's kingdom. In this world that he's created, everything is accounted for. Okay? Let's get Sirach chapter 11 and verse 14. Sirach 11 and 14. Dope precept. All right, this is Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. All right, prosperity and adversity, living good, living bad, life and death, being alive, being put to death, poverty and riches, struggling every day and not worrying about struggling at all, come of the Lord. So he's in control of both sides, man. If you're doing good, if you're doing bad. But one thing is being made sure, one thing is for sure happening is what? You're being proved to either be the wicked one or to be the one who is of the righteous, of the righteousness, or of righteousness, all right, of the elect, which is in these last days are the ones who are going to be saved. Okay, so let's get Job chapter 1, then we close it out because this is beautiful. All right. This is Job chapter 1 and verse 6, just to hammer down the fact that Satan is not doing anything contrary unto what the Heavenly Father has allowed him to do. All right. And that he is an angel made perfectly on the left-hand side. And he does exactly what the Heavenly Father has told him to do. Okay. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present them. Oh, so like this is Job chapter 1 and verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. So there's a meeting. The Heavenly Father called the sons of his sons, the angels, to present themselves, and Satan is there. Now Satan can just go back into heaven whenever he wants. He can just leave hell and come to heaven whenever he wants, right? No. Why would he go to heaven when he doesn't listen to the Heavenly Father? When he's in direct opposition of what the Heavenly Father says and what God says. Who the world English calls God, his name is actually Yahweh. Okay? And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. All right? So we understand that the playground of Satan right now, if you have ears and eyes to see, the playground of Satan right now is the earth. Okay? This is his playground. His number one place to visit and be let his hair down, so to speak, is Babylon the Great, first and foremost. All right, but why would the Lord ask Satan, where is he coming from? If he's supposed to be in hell, why would he ask him, where are you coming from? Okay. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, and a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? All right. And now the key point I wanted to point out right here is what? And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? So Job was a servant of the Heavenly Father, just like we are servants of the Heavenly Father right now. And Lord willing, we continue to stay as the prophets of the Heavenly Father in these last days. We are servants unto him right now. Okay, so hast thou considered Job, my servant? So the same could be said about the prophets, from Elder Apostle Tahar all the way down into the newest dude that's just coming into this truth. Hast thou considered Yaquab? Hast thou considered Elder Apostle Tahar? Hast thou considered Elder Apostle Gabar, hast thou considered Elder Yashawamba? It can be set up for all of us. Think of it like that. You considering them? Oh, okay. Then what is this? Then Satan and said, Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear the Most High for naught? Hast thou made an hedge about him and about his house and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands. His substance is increased in the land. You see? So Satan is answering the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. All right. So why would Satan be having a conversation with God if he actually doesn't listen to him, when he hates him? Okay. All right. But put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. All right. And so Satan said, put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. He didn't say, let me do it. He said, put forth thine hand. All right. Put forth thine hand. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. You see? So don't touch him. But everything I give to you, everything that he has is in your hands. His substance, his children, his house, everything. All right. But the key point about that is Satan says, what? Put forth thine hand to the Heavenly Father, which means give me the go ahead to do something to him, and watch, he's going to curse it to thy face. All right. So Satan is being controlled and told what to do also from the Heavenly Father. All right. So now I'm going to jump over to verse 2. All right. And again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. So now this one is saying that he came to present himself. He's presented himself. I'm here. You see me, Satan. I'm present. I'm present. Like when you go to school and they in the first class they call out all the names and you say here, here, here. This is the same thing that happened with Satan. And the Lord said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. You see? So Satan is showing, the Heavenly Father is showing, like, yeah, you're saying that he's gonna destroy. If you allow me to touch him, he's gonna turn against you, even though he has done nothing wrong. And Satan answered the Lord and said, yeah, skin for skin, yeah. All that a man hath, he will give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. All right. So now Satan said, yeah, everything that you got, everything that a man has, he will give his life for. He 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 will sacrifice it pretty much, for the Heavenly Father. All right. If I understand that correctly. But put forth that hand now and touch his bone and flesh. So now Satan is saying, touch him. Put put allow me to do some things unto him now, and not just what he has in his substance, but him himself. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but don't take his life. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the most High and die. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High? And shall we not receive evil? In this did Job not sin in his lips. So Job told his wife, because his wife was like, look at you, man. You look at everything that he did to you. You know, look at everything that you've gone through. Just curse the Heavenly Father and die already. Just die. So it's like they knew that he was being tested. Just go ahead and curse him and die, man. And he said, you sound like one of the foolish. All right. I thought I had a good one. I thought I had a good woman on the side, but you sound like one of these foolish women out here. All right. Shall not I receive the good and evil from the same person, from the same being? Okay. So Khan, that was it. Lord willing, was edifying. And again, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Arakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect, 144,000 men pushing this truth and wholehearted and consider custom for wins. It's Akakwa, through the spirit probably behind Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this was edifying. And yes, the Lord does do evil things. He controls both sides. Until next time, Shalom.